Hello friends, welcome to everyone. My name is Ashutosh Bajpai and today I'm going to discuss about the preamble. See, what is preamble? Preamble means the introduction or preface to the constitution. It contains the summary or essence of the constitution. Means in simple words we can say that preamble is just an introduction of the constitution. Preamble during the Constituent Assembly was called Objective Resolution. It was drafted and moved to be passed by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and objective resolution was put forward for the voting in Constituent Assembly when whole constitution enacted or passed. You may say that means when whole constitution was enacted and passed, then objective resolution was put forward for the voting and to be passed in the Constituent Assembly. The practice of writing the constitution before the Indian constitution is inspired by the USA, United States of America, means indirectly you can say like USA was the first country to begin with the preamble, and also United States of America was the first country with a written constitution. Means before the India or it would be the right word like Indian constitution, the preamble of the Indian constitution is completely inspired by the United States of America's constitution. The preamble in its present form is: we the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice in terms of social, economic and political, liberty of thoughts, expressions, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individuals and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. This is the proper wording of the preamble that was compiled and presented to be passed by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. As I told in the last page, like it was earlier in time of Constituent Assembly, it was known as Objective Resolution. Indirectly, in simple words, we can say that this is the introduction, and in case we have got any problem to understand other problems and we have got any problem with any article, then we can take the help of preamble to understand the particular article. Okay, what else? Why preamble is important and what is the Hindi version of the preamble, we'll discuss in the later. Now we'll discuss about the keywords of the preambles. Words used in the preamble. First one is sovereign. What does it mean, sovereign? Sovereign means supreme, means India is a supreme nation. Indian constitution or Indian preamble is dedicated to the people of the India. It means who is supreme in country. It's we the people of India are the supreme, and means this government is sorry, this country is completely dedicated towards the people of the India, nothing to do with the government. Government is not a supreme, people of the India is supreme. So what does it mean, supremacy, and what is the literal meaning of sovereign? The literal meaning of sovereign means India is a supreme nation, means we have a different status, we have our own status in among the world community. And if We go with according to the slide says the word sovereign implies that India is neither a dependency nor a dominion of any other nation, but an independent and supreme country. There is no authority above it, and though the India's membership of Commonwealth of Nations and UN do not challenge its supremacy, reason it's not dictated to us. We are member willingly. Yep, it's correct. Like India is also member of United Nations and the Commonwealth Nations. So it doesn't mean like India is a member of United Nations. So it's challenge towards our supremacy or sovereignty. No, because this membership is not dictated to us. We are willingly the member of the United Nations. Okay. Now next word is socialist. Socialist means India is a socialist country, and the socialism of India is a democratic type of socialism, not a communist socialism. Go with the slide. The constitution had a socialist content, the form of certain directive principles of state policies. Indian form of socialism is a democratic form of socialism, not a communistic form of socialism. Democratic socialism aims to lead poverty, ignorance, disease, and inequality of opportunities. Means Indian socialism is towards poverty, ignorance, disease, and inequality. The Constitution of India is dedicated to eradicate the poverty from the nation, to eradicate the ignorance in terms of religion. Okay, diseases means there should be no discrimination to deal with the diseases, right? And inequality of opportunities means every citizen is responsible. Every citizen of the India will get the opportunities. There would be no discrimination, right? Under the constitution. This is secular. After this word socialist, secular also added in the Indian Constitution by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. What does it mean, secular? The Indian Constitution embodies the positive concept of secularism. All religions in our country have the same status and support from the state. How will how we will define the word secular means there is a picture you can see on the screen. Political state and religion or religious means private affairs. Political state belongs to the public and religious belongs to the private affairs. Means state has nothing to do with the private affairs, or state has nothing to do with the religions. Okay, whatever the policies, whatever the laws has been made or implemented, it should be on the basis of political state. There should be no discrimination. Our constitution doesn't allow any type of discrimination on the basis of religion, right? This is the real meaning of the secularism. Now, democratic. Democracy of two types. First one is a direct democracy and indirect democracy. In direct democracy, the people exercise their supreme powers directly. For example, Switzerland's democracy. There are four devices of direct democracy, named referendum, initiative, recall, and plebiscite. We'll discuss about more in next slide about these words. And indirect democracy, the representatives elected by the people enjoy the supreme power and make the laws. Like great example is India. We all know the literal meaning of democracy. Democracy means the public ruling. Means India is the example of democracy, and India is the example of indirect democracy. It shows that India has a democracy. India is a democratic country, and India. Indirect democracy, also known as representative democracy. This democracy has two types: presidential and parliamentary. Presidential democracy, the greatest example of presidential democracy is United States of America, and parliamentary democracy, the example of this is India. Now next word is republic. What does it mean, republic? Why this word has been added in the preamble? The term republic in our preamble indicates that the India has an elected head of its state, not hereditary. Republic also means a vesting of political sovereignty in the people and not in a single individual like a king. All public offices being open to every citizen without any discrimination. It means anybody can be the head of a state, either you or I. See, the real meaning of republic, as I told, as is mentioned here in the slide, is the head of state. Republic has to do only with the head of a state. If any country has a head of a state, not only head of a state, elected head of a state, not hereditary, that country is known as the republic. So India has the head of a state. Here is the president, okay, and president elected. A president used to elect for the fixed time for a particular tenure for 5 years time, and he's elected, and any individual, either it's you or I or anybody else, anybody can become the head of a state, okay, because India is a democratic country and republic also. That's why the word republic added in our. Here is next word, justice. What does it mean, justice? The term justice in the preamble embraces three distinct forms: social, economic, and political justice. What does it mean, social justice? Why this word has been mentioned? Social justice means the equal treatment of all citizens without any social distinctions based on the caste, races, color, and sex. Second one is economic justice, means a constitution of India doesn't allow anyone to discriminate between the people on the basis of economic factors. Last one is political justice. Political justice implies that all citizens should have equal political rights, equal access to the political offices, and equal voice in the government. Means any individual is free to fight and contest the elections. Here is a note, a very important point. The idea of justice, social, economic, and political, has been taken from the Russian Revolution. Okay, right. Next word is liberty. The preamble secures to all citizens of India liberty of thoughts, expression, belief, faith, and worship through their fundamental rights, enforceable in court of law. Means Constitution of India provides to their citizens belief, faith, and worship and expressions. Means we have got rights of expression. We are free to express ourselves. We have got our rights to speech. We have got rights to speak anything. Okay, but I'm sorry, mind the word anything. Now we are not allowed to use this word anything. But in case of the violation of the rights, we are free to go to the court, and court will do the justice in terms of what, as already mentioned, social justice, economic justice, and political justice. Means nothing to worry if either you are from poor family background or rich family background. No, need not to worry, just go to the court, and court is for everyone. However, liberty does not mean license to do what one like, and it has to be enjoyed within the limitations mentioned in the constitution. As I mentioned, like Constitution of India provides us liberty of rights, belief, faith, and worship, but it doesn't mean like we will do whatever we like. No, we have to enjoy these rights under the Constitution. There is limitations, and we have to follow those limitations. It doesn't mean like we will shout against a country and will say no, Constitution has given us a right to do anything or to express ourselves, so that's why I'm expressing myself. So now this is not right. We have to go. We are not allowed to act any. Next word is equality. The term equality means absence of special privileges to any section of society. The preamble secures to all citizens of India equality of status and opportunity. Constitution mentioned three dimensions of the equality: civic, political, and economic. Article 39 secures to men and women equal right to an adequate means of livelihood and equal pay for equal work. Means Constitution of India provides us equality in terms of what? Equality before the law under Article 14, and equality of prohibition of discrimination on the ground of religious, race, caste, sex, or place of the words. It doesn't mean like either you're from Guwahati or if you belong to the Kerala, so there should be a discrimination. No, Constitution of India doesn't allow all these things. And equality of opportunity in matter of public employment, means in terms of public employment we all are equal. Okay. But there is a one thing, reservation. So here is no equality. No problem, I will discuss about it later on, like why reservation is there. Next one is abolition of untouchability, means we cannot discriminate a person on the basis of untouchability, because untouchability is a crime now, it's a punishable crime now. Abolition of titles means equality. What abolition of title also means, we are not allowed to take any you can say titles, like you cannot add any title before your name, king, samrat, raja, radhadhiraj. No, not like this, we all are equal before the law. Next one is fraternity. Fraternity means a sense of brotherhood. The constitution promotes this feeling of fraternity by the system of single citizenship. Also, the fundamental duties say that it shall be the duty of every citizen of India to promote harmony and the spirit of the common brotherhood amongst all the people of country. The preamble assures two things: dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. This word integrity has been added under 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. Okay, now here is the word fraternity. Why this word fraternity? Because Preamble declares that fraternity has to assure two things. What two things? The dignity of individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. Means we have to maintain the dignity. We have to maintain the dignity of an individual. Means we are not allowed to insult anybody. Either he is from rich background or he is from poor background. Either he is an IAS officer or he is a servant. So no, constitution doesn't allow us to insult anybody. Okay, constitutions allow what? Constitution allow us to promote the harmony and the brotherhood spirit among the people and among the citizens of India. This is the meaning of fraternity, and that's why to increase the livelihood among the people, among the citizens of India, this word has been added in the. Here is something very important in this page. Here is the question whether the preamble is a part of constitution or not. This is a very important question. See what happened. There is a case of Berubari Union 1960. In the Berubari Union case of 1960, Supreme Court said that the preamble shows the general purpose behind the several provisions and is thus a key to the mind of the makers. It means indirectly Supreme Court said that we cannot consider preamble as a part of the constitution. Means Supreme Court denied to consider the preamble as a part of constitution. This happened in the case of Berubari Union case 1960. But what happened after that? In the Keshwananda Bharti case, Keshwananda Bharti case versus Kerala State case in 1973. What happened? In this case, Supreme Court rejected the earlier opinion and held that the preamble is a part of constitution, like any other part of the constitution. The preamble was also enacted by the Constituent Assembly, but after the rest of the constitution was already enacted. Means Supreme Court has mentioned has like clearly mentioned, like preamble is a part of constitution in the case of Keshwananda Bharti case, and also said why this is a part of the Indian constitution, because preamble was also enacted by the Constituent Assembly. Means it was also enacted and drafted by the Constituent Assembly and was put forward to the Constituent Assembly to be passed, but after the whole constitution was passed. Okay, so why this was put after the whole constitution was passed? Because constitution maker were trying to makers tried to give an introduction and a summary of the whole constitution with the help of preamble. That's why. Okay, so it doesn't mean this will be not the part of the Indian constitution. No, Supreme Court clearly denied. So as per the Keshwaran Bharti case, now at present preamble is the part of Indian constitution, but Supreme Court added two more things. The preamble is neither a source of a power to legislature nor prohibition upon the power of the legislature. Means preamble is a part of the constitution but is not a source of power, right? Means any court cannot decide anything. Any court cannot give its decision on the basis of the preamble, because preamble is not a source of power, and also it is non-justiciable, and its provisions are not enforceable in court of the law. Same thing, right? Here is again very important question, whether preamble can be amended or not. The question as to whether the preamble can be amended under Article 368 across first time in the historic case of the Keshwananda Bharati 1973. It was argued that the preamble cannot be amended as it's not a part of the constitution. See what happened in the Keshwananda Bharati case. Again, this question raised by the petitioner, like whether the preamble can be amended or not. So what happened? Court said, like the preamble is a part of constitution, and the Birubari Union 1963 in this regard was wrong, and held that preamble can be amended. But Supreme Court added one more thing, like a preamble can be amended subject to condition that no amendment is done to the basic structures or basic features. Means we are not allowed to do anything with the basic structure of the preamble. We cannot, we can amend, we can add the words, but we cannot do anything with the basic structures, or we cannot do anything with the basic words, right? So next point is the preamble has been amended only once so far. When? After 1973, after the case of the Keshavananda Bharati, when Supreme Court said yes, you can amend the uh, preamble. So after that, in 1976, preamble has been amended under the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act, and added three new words: socialist, secular, and integrity. As we already discussed about these three words, socialist, secular, and integrity. These three words have been added under the 42nd Constitutional Amendment after the Keshavananda Bharati case. This case is very important. Keshavananda Bharati case and Berubari Union. That's it with the preamble. I will conclude my video here. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your time. And if you like my video, then don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the like button. And one more thing, one more request. If you can post this video, if you can share this video on your Facebook, then you're most welcome. I would say please share maximum this video on your Facebook wall. So thanks once again. I will come with a new video.